Yo, it's the Daily Huddle, yeah, you know the name. Three stooges in the booth, bringing ruckus, bringing fame. Every weekday at noon, you know we bring that fire. Rob, Bill, and Ken in the squad, that's our empire. Yo, Rob's the fact checker, keeping it real. Dropping knowledge on the daily, that's the deal. Bill's ready to roast, got the rival in his sight. When he steps to the mic, you know he's ready to ignite. Ken spitting facts, man, he's sharp as a knife. Throwing hard truth bombs, this is real podcast life. John Dorn in the mix, he's like, fuck the Lions. Bringing all the heat, likes to see the anger rising. Daily Huddle, we hustle, bring the vibe every time. Rants and facts, laughter, everything in its prime. Live every weekday, man, we're here to grind. Noon Central Standard, come and free your mind. Eric brings the rants, off the chain like a beast, letting loose his thoughts, they just never cease. In the studio we gather like a family affair. Podcast kings, yeah, we rise and declare. Roasting rival fools, we setting the tone. The Three Stooges take your fears and turn them to stone. Facts over fiction, we keep it 100. Tearing down the myths while the laughs keep coming. Daily Huddle, we hustle, bring the vibe every time. Rants and facts, laughter, everything in its prime. Live every weekday, man, we're here to grind. Noon Central Standard, come and free your
This is a Huddle Sports Network broadcast. You can find us on Roku TV, Amazon Fire TV, Facebook, and of course YouTube. Get all your NFL news here first.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Daily Huddle. What's going on, fellas?
Let me send some.
What's up, Rob? What's up, Bill? What's up, Nick?
What's up, Nick?
I real quick want to say RIP to a dear friend of Joe's. His name is Christian Wilkins, and he played 3 games for the Raiders for 100. I think it was like 114 million or something crazy like that.
Holy moly! They still owe money,
That was
right?
for you, Joe. That was a tribute to you, Joe. Tribute to you from Nick. Swear to God.
That dude was rated number 1 in the league at his position. He didn't do a damn thing.
Check out the merch store. Get your Packer merch. Get your Huddle merch. Go check it out. Yeah. So, what? Anything new besides training camp being 5 days in? Are we fucking? I'm totally excited, man. I cannot wait.
I saw that 70-yard bomb that Love threw to McCole Hardman at the end of the practice. It was a
What up,
dime,
Joe?
dude.
What's up?
Uh-oh. We got a troublemaker.
Well, I'm kind of glad Joe came on. I wanted to ask him a couple of questions, man. What were your thoughts on your offense getting thrown off the fucking field? I know you get local news, so you seen it. I'm sure you seen it.
I did not see it. Actually, I'm watching the news as we speak, and they were talking about the Bears.
They were talking about like day one. I guess Caleb threw a pick, and then right after that, they were offside 7 times in a row, and Ben Johnson just kicked them all off and let Badgett and the second team go out.
I mean, at the end of the day, I don't know why it's just a freaking practice. I don't know why everyone's freaking out about that. I don't know.
Yeah, but dude, your offense couldn't get on cue 7 times in a row, dude. That's not looking good, man. That's like amateur.
At the end of the day, aren't they all? They're all pretty much first time working together. That's why I'm not too concerned about it. I'll worry about it if that happens in the regular season, but we still got a whole month.
Yeah.
You guys ready for to watch the Bears take the division? I know you guys want to watch all the little news stories and jump on that.
Bro, that's hilarious.
No, it's not hilarious. That's the facts, buddy. No, they're not. It's not hilarious,
bro. What supports your facts, bro? You had 5 wins last year.
Yeah,
Tell me,
what
supports your fucking facts?
5 wins last year, which could have been easily 8, and basically that's without a coach, and that's without all the new squads.
Bro,
so yeah,
bro, but like you got all that. You already got all that now, and you ain't doing shit. You're the only camp that we hear bad shit coming out of.
This is how you know I'm not a Green Bay fan, because I don't live in the past. You motherfuckers live there.
I'm
you
talking
basically
about
have
right now.
Vacation there.
Bro,
like all you want to talk about is what's happening.
We're actually talking
all
about
bad press coming out of
You
nothing,
sound like
nothing but.
You sound like someone that believes there won't be war in the Middle East anymore. That's what you sound like right now.
I don't even pay attention to anything about any wars. I just know that the Chicago Bears. I ain't worried about Green Bay. Green Bay is not the team I'm concerned about. The only team we have to worry about is Detroit. You guys ain't going to be doing much. Either is Minnesota.
Wait. So you're not worried about the team that whipped your ass, 5 or 6 years straight?
I'm not worried about the team that we did. We went 1-1. You beat us once. We beat you once.
You mean the game?
We set our starters, bro.
You mean
now you
the
guys are gonna go with the starters?
Dude, Josh Jacobs had 4 touches.
The game where Josh Jacobs and Jordan Love didn't play in the second half.
You guys should be concerned about Jordan Love throwing interceptions in the real games. You guys are talking about Caleb Williams throwing interceptions at the freaking
and Josh Jacobs had
practice.
4 snaps, and we're not even going to get into which receivers were sat.
Well,
But
how many playoff games has Caleb Williams played in?
It's his second season.
Zero,
What is wrong
bro.
with you?
Wait.
You're talking about something
in
that
Jordan
is his
Love's
second
first starting
season.
In Jordan Love's first starting season, he
Good
was
for him. So he went to the playoffs and lost to the Cowboys, which is
he beat the Cowboys.
point.
we dog
Oh,
walked.
I'm saying, yeah, I'm sorry, yeah, that's what I meant. You guys beat the Cowboys.
He had
and
an
you
almost
thought you did
perfect passer
something.
rating against the Cowboys.
You did something because you beat the Cowboys. Come on.
Who was Caleb Williams beat?
You haven't
And then
been
what
to the
happened?
playoffs
What happened after that?
20,
Bro, Caleb Williams
2019.
can't even beat
Bro,
Notre
please.
Dame.
Caleb Williams is gonna
Wait,
beat
didn't Caleb Williams go 0-3
Green Bay
Utah?
2-0. That's my prediction. You're
Didn't
gonna beat
Caleb
Russell
Williams
Gage.
lose every game to Utah? Fucking Utah?
You guys are there. You go. That's how I know you're a
Yikes,
Green Bay
man.
fan.
That's kind of
You're
bad.
living in the fucking past right now. Do you even know who? Do you even know who
You
you are?
literally
You know what
just
your
talked
name is?
about-
Hear yourself,
You
Joe?
literally
Are
just
you
talked
smoking
about-
crack right now?
You literally just talked about the last year going 1-1.
You
That's in
did.
the
I
past.
didn't bring up last year.
Yes, you did. You literally just
What's
said
up,
What did I
Bill?
say about last year? Oh, I said about him
You
throwing
said
interceptions.
1-1. You said we went 1-1, Joe.
Right, because you
literally
guys
said-
made a comment about us getting our ass
So
beat. And I
stop
said we
living in
went
the
1-1.
past. Stop talking
No,
about the
you
past.
guys are basically the one
Bro.
said that we're gonna get our ass whooped.
You win
Let's
one
go-
out of the
let's go by
last
what you
12.
said.
You win 1 out of the last 12 against us, and you think you've done something.
What?
Seriously, bro. One
Bro,
out of the last 12.
we
is
are
all
the
you've
better
done.
team.
Rob, to be
Stop.
honest,
We are the
Bro,
better team.
Bro,
Wait,
in
Rob,
the last 30
Rob.
years, you've only won 15
Rob,
games
Rob.
against us.
We
It's
are
more like
the better
0.5
team.
and 12. It's more like
Holy
0.5 and 12. You only
Hey,
played
Nick.
half.
More like we're the better team.
Hang on a second. Hey, Nick, you want to respond to this Patriots
You don't know
fan?
what a good team is, bro. If it's sat on your face.
From Packers fan, why
Fucking
a
dumbass.
Super Bowl worth more than NFL titles?
I like how
Why-
Packer fans get
What?
mad, in my opinion.
Are you really asking why a Super
You
Bowl?
see anybody
is
mad,
worth
dude?
more
I'm
than
laughing.
NFL
You're a
titles?
Back
fucking
you little
clown,
hoochies.
bro. You're a clown.
Is that what he was asking, Joe? Or I mean, not Joe.
He's
fucking, Bill.
Yeah, that's
Clown, bro.
that's what I take it as. That's exactly
He's a
what I-
clown, bro. I'll fucking clown that dude all day, bro. Bring him back.
So why is a Super Bowl worth
Oh,
more
he-
than NFL
And
titles?
I'm sure, and how amusing. I jump on for 1 minute and he's already gone.
Yeah, bro. He's a pussy, bro. That's why. He's a pussy.
So wait, that
See,
Patriots
yeah.
fan, can you elaborate? Like, are you asking why a Super Bowl is worth more than an NFL title? Because if that's your question, you should probably watch golf.
You don't
How's
mean
that
the
a-
Detroit Lions golf.
Why is a Super Bowl
And
an NFL title? What NFL title is he talking about?
Why is he even asking that
and
question?
I can't.
The Patriots.
Yeah, and I'm wondering who even made that statement for him to ask that.
I don't know. Oh man, when the Bears
Zach,
lose
no.
a shitload of games again this year, like it's gonna be so like, bro. Yes, that's what your question is. Well, I believe we're in the Super Bowl era, correct? So if we're living in today, then wouldn't that be the most important thing? Not only that, there was NFL titles were won when the leagues were split. So you had AFL and NFL titles, and before the leagues were split, before the AFL was even created, NFL titles had what? 10 teams, I think, in the league at the time.
Funny about the Bears, Bears when you mentioned them, Philip. I keep hearing this talk about Roma Doomsday being unguardable
What?
as far as the bright spot of their camp.
I mean, how are you unguardable if you can't get the ball thrown to you?
Yeah. And thrown to you accurately at that. You're going to get hung out to dry. Watch. I'm telling you, he's going to hang guys out. Watch. Because that's how Ben Johnson's offense goes. It's that, bro, it's the.
You know what's wild?
We watch do it.
Question.
When Bill brings up the starters not playing in the second half of that game, he goes, "Oh, you're gonna bring up the starters?" Like as if that's not a significant piece to the whole fucking thing,
That
bro.
game didn't mean nothing to us. It meant something to them, not us. We were already going.
Right.
They were on a 10. They were on a 10-game
I mean,
losing streak in the
I
season,
dare-
plus a 11
Right?
game against
And
us. Yeah,
like, I
Sorry,
can guarantee you, one could guarantee that if Green Bay needed to win that game to get in the playoffs, they would have
would've
done
won
better.
that's
Yeah,
right.
We would have fed Josh Jacobs 30 more times, and we would have demolished
Dude,
him.
Josh Jacobs had 4 touches, bro. 4. That's it.
And he had like 30 yards on just those 4 touches. He was already gashing them.
Bro,
But it's the equivalent of like Broncos fans going to Chiefs fans and being like, "Well, we beat you last game when the Chiefs played nobody and the Broncos won 48-0 against their backups." Like, Like, good win. Yeah, good job, Broncos. You're better than the Chiefs because you beat their backups, bro.
Right. And this is something the Bears ain't talking about. Jalen Johnson is legit hurt.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
I mean, he may miss all of training camp.
You mean Jair Alexander Johnson?
Oh man.
I
Oh,
see.
boy.
I'm just
Alexander balling
saying,
out,
bro. He's even a question possibly for week 1. Everyone's like, "What are you talking about?" I go, "Bro, go." I mean, there's no. They're not. They don't want to talk about it. They don't want to tell you what's going on with him. But he's seriously. I saw several weeks. He's meant to be out. So we'll see.
Yeah.
Thank you for the sender. What was that? Oh. You're welcome. I don't know.
Oh, the answer. Thank you for the
Thank
answer.
you for the answer. Okay. That's like
maybe he's legitimately asking because he doesn't understand why. I guess.
well, I guess NFL titles
Thank you
was
for the
before the
answer.
Super Bowl. Yeah, I mean, and that was the. I mean, we're in the age of the Super Bowl era. Like a lot of people, a lot of fans are young and they don't even acknowledge anything before 2000. You know, we're 25 years, and I mean, and it's even more. I mean, the NFL, the Super Bowl's been around now. What year are we going on?
56 years now, right?
66?
I think.
No, it'll be Super Bowl
58. It's
60 this
58.
year.
60, yeah, that's what I thought. So,
Oh, it's 60 this year?
Oh, 6.
yeah.
Because it's you're right, because it's gonna be the 2026 Super Bowl and the first one was in 1966. So that'd be 60 years, yeah. I thought he was being sarcastic, like
we misunderstood. Yeah, we misunderstood, bro. Yeah,
I thought he was trying to knock us because I don't do this. We don't do this, but Packers fans like to talk about 13 world titles. I just talk about the Super Bowls at this point because the titles before, they do mean something. It's still important to the history, but it means jack shit in the Super Bowl era, obviously.
Yeah, in the current. And besides, I don't really care what my team did 40 years ago. I want to know what they're doing right now. So, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm grateful for our past. Trust me, I watched it. Believe me, my first Super Bowl was with Brett Favre.
And I found it funny the guys still continue to contradict themselves, talking about stop bringing up the past. Like the past wouldn't be a thing if you didn't say anything pertaining to it.
So yeah, you can't talk about anything then. I can't talk about what we just talked about. It's in the past. Like
right.
Look, man, Joe comes on thinking he runs shit and he don't. I'm gonna say that. That's why I give him so much, and then I let him. You know, I just can't stand the cocky look on his face. Like, the Packers aren't gonna win shit.
I commend this guy being the only Vikings fan, the lone Vikings fan.
Right.
Don't worry, Sarah.
I love. Hey, Land of Ice and Snow. I love this guy, man. He's a legit guy right here. This is a legit fan.
Well, you're talking about Joe De La Torre. I could have warned you about what kind of person he was before you brought him on here. I've been on shows with him.
Oh, hey, A-Dub, I know who he is. I call him Joe De La Dumbass. That's that when I address him, Joe De La Dumbass. That's how I fucking address him.
A better name for him is Slow Joe.
Slow Joe.
Because the guy can be slow on any kind of news he brings your way. Or
you know who Joe Ingles is?
Who?
Joe Ingles?
Yeah, I know who that is.
Probably sing him. Yeah.
Yeah, Slow-Mo Joe.
Yeah.
Yup.
We have NFL titles. That's for sure.
Our perspective is it's cool that Packers won those NFL titles and all that, but like it once you create a new era and there's something called the Super Bowl and it has nothing to do with these NFL titles anymore, that becomes I don't want to call it irrelevant, but it becomes redundant in my opinion, like to even talk about it at that point.
Yeah, but it's still
you already got a particular Bear fan who calls those NFL titles beer cans. And I'm thinking if you're gonna say that about our championships before the Super Bowl era, at what point do we not have a place to say the same thing about yours?
Right.
The 40th anniversary, 1985.
Let's say happy birthday to all the Bear fans that have been around that long. Happy birthday to fucking Bear fans.
So I want to tell this Patriots fan my favorite Super Bowl was 1996 still. Drew Bledsoe versus Brett Favre.
Yeah, that was that was awesome. Super Bowl's relevant now, but I've never witnessed either in 65 years. Yeah.
Like, see, I don't want to say that NFL titles and AFL titles are irrelevant because it is relevant to like how we got here. It's just it's not relevant in the conversation of what we talk about now. Like winning now. Winning now has nothing to do with NFL titles.
But in our division, it does because at least the Lions got 5 titles. They got 5 world titles somewhere else more than the Vikings. The Vikings have shit.
Well, actually, if you're going to talk about NFL titles, the Vikings will tell you, make sure you put some respect on the one they won in 1970.
They didn't. Yeah, but you know what? That's not a world title. That's
I know, it wasn't even a real title.
Yeah.
They just want some sort of relevance, bro. Even the 1 year they were the best team at something they don't get shit for.
And then they got destroyed by the Chiefs.
Yeah. I mean, it is what it is, bro.
They had 4 years of being the best in the conference and got wiped.
Go find someone from that era that still can tell you about it.
Don't they only have a total of like 10 points in 4 Super Bowls or something crazy like that?
Yeah.
Holy moly.
I'm not even playing. I saw that the other day. I was like, wait.
When it comes to every Super Bowl they played in, they ain't scored more than 14 points in either one.
Yeah, they choked every Super Bowl they've been in. They choked.
Let me see. I swear they had like a total.
Who was their opponents in the Super Bowl? I forget now. Minnesota.
It was the Chiefs,
the Chiefs, the Miami Dolphins, the Pittsburgh Steelers, and the Raiders. I think.
Yeah, the Raiders did smack them in one of them.
See, look, you still wait. Yeah, see, man, bro. Yeah, see. But I mean, bro, it's hard to find someone who was alive to talk about that stuff. So that's why it's not that they're irrelevant. I mean, it's still part of history. And as you look at the divisional history, I mean, the Vikings are at the bottom of the list. So,
right.
So
I mean, they may have more division titles in the current, but when it comes to winning titles, they're not there. But it's not to say it's not without effort.
So in 4 Super Bowls, they have this was the stat that I saw. In 4 Super Bowls, they have a total of 34 points. 34 points in 4 Super Bowls. And they've only eclipsed 10-plus points once in those Super Bowls.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
They had like 7, 6, and 14.
What up, Colin?
What's going on?
What's the name?
What's going on?
Maybe it's I love it.
What's
Maybe
going on, Colin?
Maybe it's Cabeline. I love it.
We're talking about the wonderful history of the Vikings right now.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, perfect timing for me to jump in.
Yeah, you came in, bro. Perfect time. I was like, is he coming on to answer the question?
All right, what questions you got for me? Bring it on.
Well, we were just discussing your one where Minnesota fans consider the 1 year you had like an NFL or whatever
NFL championship in 1970.
Yeah.
I mean, technically, it was the last NFL championship, but it was not the Super Bowl. So that's by technicality, yes.
Yes. And I mean, I understand why you want it, but I mean, you guys been to 4 real Super Bowls. I mean, you haven't had exactly any luck at them, but
no.
Nick was saying that you guys only scored like a total of 14 points in those 4 times. Or
no, 34.
Oh, it's 34? Okay.
And they only scored more than 10 once.
Only scored more than 10 once, so.
That's correct.
You just had a problem. They choked in the Super Bowl, that's all.
But then I'm sure you'll say, but then one would think when it comes to that story, you'll say you got it better off than the Lions. Like, what's the worst feeling? Losing in the Super Bowls you play in or never getting there at all?
I mean, I would think never getting there at all should be higher on that. But I mean, I wasn't alive for any of the ones that they were in. So, we've had five crushing NFC Championship game losses in my lifetime. So, yeah.
Well, and that's what I said. That's what I said. I go, yeah. I didn't see my first Super Bowl until Brett Favre, and I mean, I thank God I got to see Rodgers get one, and who knows if I'll ever see another one. I mean, you got to fucking you want your team to win as many as you can, but. Getting there is the whole thing. Getting there.
I just want to see my team get to one damn Super Bowl. I mean, they haven't gotten one in my lifetime. And I mean, to be perfectly honest, the Vikings are the best team, like record-wise, to not win a Super Bowl.
What about the Bills? Oh, record-wise.
In NFL history, the Vikings have had a longer string of success than the Buffalo Bills. The Bills have had a long period of time when they have not been relevant. So, I mean, they've been good. They have been good. They went to 4 Super Bowls.
Do you think those Vikings teams were better than those Bills teams with Jim Kelly and all those guys?
I mean, one of the greatest Vikings teams was the one that lost to Dallas on the Drew Pearson play. I mean, that was probably their biggest team to make it. But I mean, in my lifetime, I mean, look at the team that the Vikings had with Favre and Peterson, Harvin. I mean, that team
this close, bro. You was this close.
They were loaded. I mean, Favre screwed it up for us. I mean, that was a loaded team. I think they would have dog walked.
Whenever someone says Drew Brees should have more MVPs, I go, he shouldn't have a ring.
No, he shouldn't. I mean, if you look at the stats in that game, I mean, that was an overtime game, and the Saints had less than 300 total yards of offense in an overtime game. I mean, I will
say that was a ripoff of astronomical proportions, the whole headhunting thing.
Yeah, I mean, it was what it was. I mean, I personally, in that game, where I thought it wasn't going to go our way was when Reggie Kardashian fumbled the punt return inside the 20 at the end of the first half, and then we fumbled the ball back to New Orleans. If we would have gotten that touchdown there, I think we either would have gone up 2 or 3 touchdowns going into the half, and I think that would have put an end to that game. You know, it's what it is.
When you talk about your most loaded team, I thought you would have mentioned your most loaded team was that back in '98.
I would normally say that, but here's the thing. They had to outscore every team they played. Like, their defense, it is John Randall, and that was it. Like, if you looked at that 09 team, I mean, they had Jared Allen, Kevin and Pat Williams, Antoine Winfield, Greenway. Like, they were loaded on and both sides of the ball, royal. And we also had Longwell, which was frustrating to me that all Favre had to do was run about 5 yards. New Orleans didn't have a timeout. Just run the ball 5 yards and let Longwell try a 50-yard field goal. He was one of the best dome kickers in NFL history. Like, all he had to do was that. It was a tie game when that pick happened, and that's what pissed me off more than pretty much any other Vikings NFC Championship performance. But the 98 team was incredible, but the 98 team was incredible, but they were soft in the middle. I mean, Randall was it.
Longwell and Favre are the very few rare cases that from Green Bay to Minnesota, they still stayed really good.
Yeah. I think Favre did it on pure motivation. And that's why, like, going into this season, I would have been completely okay with Aaron Rodgers joining the Vikings for 1 year. I really would have, because it's something about that motivation to try and stick it to Green Bay that I think would have been a motivating factor for Rodgers. And the fact that they got all that help on the offensive and defensive line to load it up, I was a little surprised they didn't make more of a move for Rodgers, but I understand why they want to go with McCarthy going forward.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, you got to give him a shot. I mean, if you're going to draft him that high, you have to give him at least a shot. Yeah, I mean, he could have probably gotten a shot next year. If they would have gone Rodgers, he could have gotten a shot next year, and there still would have been 3 years of a rookie contract. So, I mean, for the people that are like, well, what about all those years? I'm like, he just would have signed. Rodgers would have signed for $5 million to play with the Vikings. He would have. He made enough money. He would have.
No one has your vision. No one has your vision.
And funny thing, Colin, you came on late. You missed Joe De La Torre for the first few minutes. Like, if you and him were on here, maybe y'all could have had a conversation about who drafted a better quarterback in that draft and who might have a better performance between the two come week 1.
Well, he already knows what Joe said. Joe got on and was like, "You guys ready for the Bears to win the division?"
Yeah, the Bears aren't winning the division.
When are the Bears winning the division?
This year, he said. You should have heard him, bro.
This year. And what kind of crack does he smoke before he comes on?
He's a clown, bro. He's
probably some of his boyfriend's butt.
Hey, man, is this Patriots 12? Is that who this is? Patriots 12, 6 rings. What's up, man? Welcome to the show.
I'm good. Yeah, I don't think the Bears are winning the division.
It could only be a Patriots fan or a Steelers fan.
Right, yeah, that's it.
Why? Why Steelers?
Because it's 6 rings.
6 rings.
Yeah.
6 weeks to go, Packer buddies and football friends. What's up, Scott? Go back, go, bud.
It's almost time for football, man.
You know what? I think the Bears potentially might have the worst record. I'm not even trolling.
In the NFC North or the league?
In the league, in the conference.
Oh, you think they'll be worse than the Saints?
Wow.
No,
I don't see
sorry, I mean
anything
the
in
division.
the
Sorry, the division.
I'll give it to the
Yeah, in the
Saints.
division for sure.
Like I'll give the Bears this. They're not as bad as the Saints.
No, but the Saints are purposely trying to be bad to
They're
get Arch
trying to,
Manning.
yeah.
They have a modus operandum for being bad, and that makes sense.
Tank for Manning is the Saints
Mhm.
motto this year.
Tank for Manning.
I don't even like their quarterback. The way he paints his nails and stuff.
Well, look at my name. Look at my name if you need reference. Just look at my name. That's all you got to
Caleb
do.
Williams. Yeah, I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan. Just
Maybe he's born with it. Maybe he's cabling. I mean, maybe it's just how it is. Maybe they're just trying to find new sponsorship in different ways. I mean,
I
maybe
like both of them. A head nod is not a turn signal. I agree.
I mean, look at his painted nails there, bro. Look at his nails there. Oh my lord.
Was that a flower on his ear? And that
Yeah, bro. That's he's getting ready for the prom, bro.
That's an accessory. It's the Sadie Hawkins
like
dance.
a tank top? What's he wearing?
Bro, I don't know, bro. That's just how he goes out in public. I mean, you tell me, bro. I mean, would you be doing this if you was the quarterback of the Bears? Would you be doing this?
I heard when his NFL career fails, he's going to try out for the WNBA.
And wait, bro, this is the Bears are. Hey, the Bears are bringing back their cheerleaders this year, bro.
What's funny is they've always been there. They've just been in the stands the whole time.
Well, this year they're doubling as the old offensive line, bro. That's their new old line too.
I do find Drake May and Daniels are steps ahead of this guy.
Bo Nix is better than Caleb Williams at
Bo
this
Nix
point.
too, yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
But he was the first overall pick, so let's give him another year.
Speaking of Drake May, what do you expect from him this year?
You know, he got a Pro Bowl with Demario Douglas as his best player.
For Drake
No, he's got Stephon Diggs now. I mean, he does have Diggs.
Now, but last year he won a Pro Bowl with Demario Douglas and Booty.
If I'm being honest,
I don't really care about
the
Pro
Patriots
Bowls.
had the best offseason. I think you guys had the best offseason. I don't know who had a better offseason than you.
I think we still need the offensive line. I think it needs a little tweaking still.
No,
I like Travion Henderson, the running back you got out of Ohio State. Is that guy going to be your starter?
Yeah, Jalen Polk. They want to cut him. People don't like him, but I give him another year too, you know.
Do you think Travion Williams is going to be your starter? Or Henderson, I'm sorry?
Travion Henderson. Now, right now, he's 2 behind
Behind Stevenson?
So he's still 2.
Okay.
Ramonde or whatever his name is, right?
Ramondre Stevenson is going for the Marty Schottenheimer Award for having the longest possible name on a jersey in NFL history.
Right. So what you guys think about this? Check this out, man. How are they going to use him on the offense or the defense?
He should play full-time defense. I don't get why they're trying to force this.
Wow.
He's probably got to play a lot because he's got to pay that alimony from his wife that he married. So he's probably got to play as much as is humanly possible.
You know, they don't even sleep in the same room.
I believe it.
They don't even sleep in the same room.
What? How do you not see a big red flag is when she gets on her ring finger a tattoo of a money sign? How's that not a red flag, bro?
Yeah.
That's a huge red flag.
Hey, listen, they were close for 4 months. Leave it alone. That's a blossoming relationship right there.
I get why he's so desperate. With a forehead like that, it's going to be hard to find anyone else. So I think
holy moly.
You could get a job with DirecTV as being a satellite provider. I mean, really, let's be fair.
He gets great reception.
Did you guys know
you probably can get that
only
Tokyo.
have 2 cell phone towers in the world. It's Peyton Manning and Travis Hunter.
He is playing in Florida too, so he's not far from Cape Canaveral. So I mean, I'm sure he could probably get spaceships to be able to land somewhere near where its target is. So it's not far.
He's good. Oh,
dang.
I think that's a mistake to let him play both sides. I think it's just a mistake. You're not going to maximize him on either side of the ball. You're not going to maximize his potential at all.
I don't think the team is trying to do it. I think he wants to do it.
I would have drafted him if he wanted to do it.
And I'm quite sure if you listen to some Jackson fans, I think from their perspective, they got their own Deion Sanders in the making with this guy.
I'd say more like Bo Jackson.
Our player Julian Edelman did this, not to a degree, but he did this a little bit. Played both sides of the ball.
So did Troy. So did what's his name? Troy Brown. Did he do
Troy
it too?
Brown did, yeah.
A little bit, yeah, not to this extent.
He did it out of necessity, and they won a Super Bowl the year that he did that too.
And when Julian Edelman did it.
Yeah, it should be situational. It shouldn't be, hey, I'm going to play both ways like the full season. It shouldn't be like that.
Well, if I was him, I'd be looking to just, I would knock it down to one side of the ball so that you can maximize your contract.
I think situational suits Green Bay a lot since we're already diverting the receiver to cornerback right now.
Right.
Well, I'm just curious, what one Jacksonville fan did you find? Because it's so hard to get like that kind of confirmation from Jacksonville fans. I've been to games. There's dozens of them there, but I get it.
They're all in London, bro.
Well, I mean, no, that's not true. There's dozens of Jacksonville Jaguars fans when you go to their stadium. Trust me, there's dozens of them. If you can like narrow them down and do like a little Publix parking lot, then you got them.
I see Jaguars jerseys at the Las Vegas Raiders games. Oh, I'm not joking. If you watch,
did they sell them over at TJ Maxx? Were they on like the clearance rack or what?
The camera will go across the what you think is a sea of black at those games, and all of a sudden you'll see Giants, fucking Jaguars, Niners. You'll see all sorts of jerseys everywhere, and you're like, what the?
Sounds like a London game right there.
Fucking tourists,
Vegas, though,
fucking tourists in the wrong place, wearing the wrong jersey. What the fuck? You didn't get the memo on the way in. Buy one on the way into the stadium.
They're allowed to do it now, though, because those aren't Oakland fans. They're not going to get tossed down the stairs for that.
So, who's the most popular team in Florida? Is it the Dolphins, Buccaneers, or Jags?
I'd say right now it's the Bucs.
Yeah,
I mean, the history goes with Miami, but the Bucs have the more success. So I'd say right now it's the Bucs.
Nobody was a Bucs fan back in the day. They were so fucking horrendous. Nobody was a Bucs fan.
I get it, but I mean, when you're successeful, they start paying. Florida fans pay attention.
They had Tom Brady there for fuck's sake, bro.
Before
they got the
goat. Before 1999. They were like one of the worst fucking franchises in history. They were horrible.
Well, I didn't live there in 1999, so I can't really vouch for that. I moved here in 2002. So
and they won, I think, 2002.
Baker, man, you tell you what, Baker has really worked out there. I mean, and they've got a good succession plan in them for them at wide receiver now too. I mean, you got Evans and Godwin, but when those guys go, you got McMillan and Ibuka. Like they've done a really good job of
Johnny Money Manziel's trying to come back.
Oh God.
Wow, does oil money finally run out in Kerrville?
It was actually all fake. He's not rich.
Johnny Manziel coming back. That's almost to me. That sounds almost as comical to think like, what if there's a chance Colin Kaepernick comes back?
I wonder what the odds are on that. I mean, the NFL will never let Kaepernick.
He can back up.
I was a big fan. I was a big fan of Kaepernick. I'm not gonna lie. I really.
You know what? How about Manziel and Kaepernick both go play for the Browns? They already have 36 quarterbacks. You might as well add on.
Might as well add a couple more.
Oh,
they're going to cut some of those guys. How many quarterbacks are they going to go into the season with? How many?
I mean, they got to trade one or two of them. I mean, they can get draft capital. Somebody if a quarterback goes down, they can get draft capital from somebody.
I mean,
somebody got to be smart enough to know what's going on over there, right?
You have to just drop Kenny Pickett. He's worthless. There's no point for him to be on the roster.
Kenny Pickett. Play him. Flacco and him. Play him so that they can get value for him.
Who's going to want that deep up?
What are you going to trade Kenny Pickett for?
Who's going to want that?
I don't know. I use puck bag.
Why not the Saints?
I don't know.
Hey, man. Hey, who's your back?
Give Kenny Pickett. How about you give Kenny?
Why do we got to talk about it? I told you this is a sensitive subject with me.
Yeah, who's your backup, bro? Because you got a plan. Maybe
Sam Howell.
Real good.
I never said I liked Sam Howell plan. I never said that I liked that.
Winning percentage, and they have more titles than the Bears.
Huh?
They have the worst winning percentage in NFL history.
Who?
The Buccaneers.
Wow.
Oh, really?
I'm
Well, I
saying,
mean,
championship
bro,
rounds than the
I'm
Bears.
telling you, before 1999, when their defense got good and Warren Sapp started to be a
he's
premier
right.
player, and they had Rondé Barber and all those guys, I'm telling you, they were just missing a quarterback, and they even won with a shitty quarterback when Chucky got there. But they were like the worst franchise in NFL history at that point. Before then,
the minute
Not
that they hired
anymore.
Tony Dungy,
Now
that's when
that's the
that's when
Vikings
the
or something.
franchise
They
changed.
were that's when they had that old logo too, man. That ugly ass Buccaneers logo.
But
They
we'll give
love
them
that
credit. They
logo.
Yeah,
went
That
and
that
got Tom Brady.
orange
You know, we
jersey,
gotta
they
give them
love it
props.
here.
Yeah,
They
that was
love it
ugly,
here.
ugly color, ugly everything, bro. That was a terrible.
Yeah,
Terrible.
color like a pop, more like a possible stick going.
Believe it or not,
Yeah,
that jersey
yeah.
sells in Tampa more than any other jersey they have. So that's crazy. But yeah.
That's so
But they
funny.
still went. But that's how good Tom Brady was. He went
Are
to
you
a
talking
team I
about
think
this
was
logo?
That would be the one.
Yeah, that right there.
my thing is though, I truly believe that if Bledsoe didn't get hurt, I think Bledsoe's getting a ring. I still think Bledsoe was dope back in the day. He's one of the
he
best
was a good
quarterbacks in the league at the
quarterback.
time.
Yeah, he just gets overshadowed by Tom Brady.
I think Bledsoe still gets a ring that year if he doesn't
I
get
think
hurt.
people forget that Bledsoe won the AFC Championship game in Pittsburgh
In
that put him in the
Pittsburgh,
Super Bowl.
right?
I think people forget that. He
Right,
was
because
the quarterback
Tom
that
Brady
took them to the
started the
Super
wild
Bowl.
card game, and it wasn't great, but it wasn't bad. And then Bledsoe came in because they thought like he was back to Bledsoe, and that they won that game. But they just, I don't know what it was, personnel, everything. They were like, you know what, we're going with Brady at this point.
It was the right move, though. It was the right move.
Oh,
Yeah,
100%.
obviously it was the right move at this point.
Oh,
They
yeah.
wouldn't have won as much with Bledsoe as they did with Brady. I mean,
No.
and you gotta remember, Brady was a 6th-round pick, so he wasn't getting paid anything. So you could literally build the entire rest of the team on that contract that he was getting paid. I mean, eventually he got paid, but when you get a guy in the 6th round at quarterback, I mean, you utilize that money and you get the rest of your team right too.
But I think we can all agree it's very, very likely that if Bledsoe doesn't get hurt, they're winning a Super Bowl or two. Like there's still going to be an amazing team. And Bledsoe at the time was actually a better quarterback. Tom Brady developed after that into obviously a much better quarterback.
Yeah, I think they beat the Rams.
Lost his job to injury. That's all there is.
It happens.
Yeah,
it
and then
happened
they
in
shipped
Green
him
Bay,
off.
man. Mikowski lost his job to Favre when he got injured. Sorry.
It was proven to be the right move when they shipped off Bledsoe, and his career never did anything after that again. He was basically just a shell at that point.
I mean, my
Yeah,
biggest
'cause
thing
he
with
had
Packers
years like
fans,
Teddy
with you guys
Bruschi,
Packers
Ty
fans, you guys
Law,
have
you know,
literally had 2 straight
Ridley
Hall of
on
Fame
that team.
quarterbacks, and you've only won 1 Super Bowl with each of them. I'm not talking trash. I'm just saying I would have figured you guys would have at least won 2 with each of them.
I mean, are
That's
we
just my opinion.
disappointed that we didn't get more? Yeah, but I'm still
Yeah.
happy I got to watch 2 Super
You
Bowl
did.
wins. Like at the
Yeah,
end.
Yeah, no, I'm not talking trash about it. I'm just surprised you didn't win more.
Favre went back to back
Talking
Super Bowls. He
trash.
just lost to the Rams. That's
I'm not talking trash, Bill. You stop it, you. One of these days I'm going to come up to the Green Bay and we're going to have a conversation, sir.
But Colin,
Good,
Favre
man.
did go
Peter,
back to
2
back
weeks.
Super Bowls though. That's just
He
it.
did.
Favre
No,
took
he
the
did.
Rams.
And he
So let
lost
me
to
ask you,
Denver in the second
what's
one. I
gonna
know.
be
Denver in the second one.
what's
So,
gonna
I mean,
be the mantra when our 3rd Hall of Fame quarterback in a row wins the Super Bowl?
Don't get ahead of yourself on that one.
bro, it always happens in their 3rd year. Guess what? This year is his 3rd year starting. Get ready, bro. Get ready. Get ready, Colin. Get
We'll
ready.
see.
Get
Hey,
ready.
Rob, you're the one person that's afraid of the Vikings. So
Yeah, I know, bro. But
you openly admit
that doesn't mean
that
I'm not
the
going to talk
Vikings are
shit
the
and say
closest
Tom
bring
team.
it
Brady
on
did
until
it in his
Saturday.
second
I was
year.
about to say, I've been saying the whole time that every time I think the Vikings are a piece down and like they're not going to be good, every time I say that they're good. So I'm not gonna do that this time, because if I say they're going to suck this year, they're going to kick our ass again. I'm not going to do that.
No, they lost their quarterback. I don't know they'll be as good.
Yeah, but every
Did we
time I
really
say they
lose the
have a sucky
quarterback, though?
quarterback,
Did we? I don't know.
every time
They
I
had
say
their
they have a
best
sucky
quarterback.
quarterback and they're not going to win, they do good.
But you
And
got
it's like,
better in
fuck.
other
I've al-
areas, bro. That's what makes you scary. You got
I
better in
mean,
areas that you
Yeah,
weren't
by not
expecting.
paying Darnold that huge amount of money, we were able to get Jonathan Allen and Hargrave and Kelly and Fry and Jordan Mason. Like, we were able to get 5 guys for the price of 1. So
Yeah, but you lost the potential MVP. But I don't know.
I don't know. I watched him play against Jacksonville, and he sure as hell didn't look like an MVP in that
Like,
game. He
I saw
scored
him win 14
against
games.
Jacksonville.
What about the Rams game? That playoff game.
Listen, the
14
Rams,
games.
the Rams and the Lions were both high-ranked teams. The Rams gave Philly everything that they could handle. So I have no problem losing the Lions and the Rams. But
gotta be honest,
watching
though,
him play against Jacksonville was pathetic. He
I
looked
think
awful.
I think the Eagles would have beat the Rams in that playoff game very handily if it wasn't snowing in some crazy ass weather conditions. That was
You know
in the
what's
Rams'
crazy is
favor.
I talked to Rock about that, and he said that he thought the Rams would beat him if it wouldn't have been snowing. So that's kind of
Really?
weird. Rock said that they beat him.
So when he said that to me, I remember when he said that on the show. I said, "Well, wait a minute, because earlier in the year you guys beat them like 48-10 when the weather was nice." And he's like, "Oh yeah, that's true. That did happen."
Yeah, I mean, I feel like Philly took their foot off the gas a little bit in the second half, and the Rams almost caught them, but not quite. So
yeah,
They're getting that playing not to lose. That's how they get. Every team gets that way. You play not to lose, but you.
well, when you're playing in that shit weather too, I mean, anything can happen. So
the Rams are one of those teams that, yeah, you could beat them in the regular season. They'll like kind of sometimes limp in, sometimes they'll look good, but once the playoff starts, like that's a tough team to fucking play every single time. I don't like it's not
They have a
favorable
good
to play them.
quarterback. They have
a great general manager. They drafted so
They have a great
well
head
with the
coach.
lack of picks they had, all that young talent on defense. Man, they drafted really well.
And they won that trade over the Lions.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. They got
think
Super
they
Bowl
won.
out of it.
For sure.
They did.
If the Lions
They
would have
did.
kept Matt Stafford, okay, but I know the Lions fans are going to argue like, well, we wouldn't have got this, we wouldn't have got this, etc. But if Matt Stafford was on these Lions teams, they would have won a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
There's
No,
a possibility.
you're right, Nick. You're right. Absolutely.
Dude.
They're never going to win. Jared Goff is not going to. He's been to how many Super Bowls? He's not going to win you anything.
One Super Bowl.
And that was a questionable Super Bowl that they got to too. So let's not forget that team.
But he chokes in the big games, bro. He's proven it over and over
should
again.
have been
Even
in that
in
Super
Detroit,
Bowl.
he chokes.
Yeah,
in
and
big
Julian Edelman got 10
Julian
catches
Edelman.
and 141 yards.
Yep. I think the whole NFL wanted to see Breeze and Brady in that Super Bowl, and we got stuck with Goff.
That was the worst
Bulls
Super Bowl in
gold,
NFL
Lions.
history.
Bulls gold.
That was the most boring, ugly Super Bowl in NFL fucking history.
No, I don't know. But the defense was good, though.
Yeah, but that offense, both sides offensively are pretty bad. I mean, other than
Edelman had an offensive game.
that was bad offense.
Yeah.
If that would have been Breeze and Brady, that would have been a shootout. I would have loved that. That would have been great.
That game's the reason Edelman might make the Hall of Fame.
It's a good point. I mean, he did win the MVP, so
That game triggered him. People saying he should be Hall of Famer.
Well, that and that catch against Atlanta in the Super Bowl too.
Yeah.
I'm sure that probably sticks in people as well. So
yeah.
He's so underrated, but when you look at his playoff numbers, he looks like LeBron James.
Well, let me ask you something. Who was a better slot receiver, Julian Edelman or Wes Welker?
Julian Edelman, in my opinion. I think Wes Welker.
Okay, Wes Welker, regular seasons he has.
Yeah, but Edelman's got him in the playoffs. And
He's destroyed him
more
in the
moments.
I get it.
And I look at the playoffs.
Yeah.
That's the only reason why you can say that. Wes Welker is clearly better in the regular season.
Right.
Yeah.
Branch too. He had his playoff numbers are better too.
Let's keep hanging on some low-hanging fruit. How about those Bears, guys? How about those Bears?
How about it? How about it?
How about these idiot Bears fans? Let's go back into that.
I keep trying to think of something to say about them, but they're not worth talking about ever.
They took our guard from the Chiefs. Big Joe, they took him.
Did they take him or did Kate? I mean, that's the weirdest pickup of the whole season because all the Bears fans, oh my God, we got Thuney. I'm like, listen, the Kansas City Chiefs' problem was their offensive line. Why would you let the second best offensive lineman go? That doesn't make any sense.
No, he can play tackle. Like he can do it all in that position.
I get it, but like he had a terrible Super Bowl. And if the Chiefs needed offensive line help, why would they let their second best offensive lineman go?
He
That's my
actually,
question.
it wasn't just the Super Bowl. He actually had a bad playoffs. Those games that
Exactly.
before the Super Bowl, he
I
wasn't
know, but
looking
it's
good at
1
all.
year. He has
Smoked
so
in the
many good
Super Bowl.
years.
I get that he had a lot of good years, but I mean, if the Chiefs wanted to keep one of their better offensive linemen, why would they let him go? That's my question.
It was the money. You guys paid him
Go
out
Paco,
pretty good.
Scott.
I don't think
But
it's
he
just
was only
that.
in like the second year of his 5-year contract. I mean, he's the best offensive lineman yet. Was it to free up enough money to re-sign Trey Smith to a long-term extension? Like, what was
I think the
the
Chiefs
meaning?
have been known of recent years to let go of players that people thought was questionable to let them go, and it actually turned out for the better. So I think that they're looking at it like that. Like, look, we can afford to let go of this guy as long as we do free agency and drafting properly. We'll figure it out.
I think maybe the Chiefs thought he was heading for regression, and I think that's why they let him go. That's why I don't understand why the Bears fans are so up in
They
arms
could
about getting
they
him.
could regress.
I mean, he's 33 years old. I mean, he's
I
getting
think it's
older.
his legacy. You know what I mean? That's why the Bears like him. He has a good legacy.
So does Steve Wisniewski, but I'm not talking about a retirement to play tackle for
So
me.
does Joe Flacco. Why are the Bears not getting Joe Flacco?
Oh, here you go. Here's a Bear fan comment. Free
I'll
up
tell
He'd
you
be a
what,
good backup for
another
them. Maybe he'd be better for them.
another reason they could be happy about signing that offensive lineman may as well be his playoff experience.
Yeah, I think they got some.
But they're not going to
That's why
make
we
the
got
playoffs, so
Morgan
why would
Moses,
they
you know,
sign him?
because of veteran.
That's assuming they make the playoffs.
That's
You're right
assuming they
about
make the playoffs. Like, come on, this is a team since Ryan Poles took over as the general manager has won 15 games total. They have
Is that
completely
little?
regressed since he became general manager. And I don't give a shit about how people are saying, oh, well, he had to break it down. I'm like, that was a 500 team the year before Poles took over. It was a 500 team. And they've
Man,
won
they've
15
been
games in
breaking it
3
down
years.
since 1985.
Yeah. The Space Shuttle Challenger
Yeah,
ain't blowing up anytime soon. That's going to save them, okay?
And as
It's just
far
how it
and
is.
as far
They're
and
cursed with
another
their
thing you can
quarterback.
speak
Every time
about,
they draft a good quarterback, he just doesn't work out.
Well, they should have
and
made it work out with Fields. They traded up enough draft capital to get him. Like, if you're going to trade up that much draft capital to get a guy, base the offense around the guy that you traded all that capital for.
What
Like, I
happened with
like
him?
their backfield when they
Why
had
did they
Fields,
leave? Was
Montgomery,
he
and
good?
Herbert. Like, that was a nice backfield. Make that work.
Well, I mean,
yeah, well, hey,
But
something
you
else you
guys
could
got
speak
rid of
about
him
with the
fast for Caleb Williams.
hey, something else you could think about talking about leading up to this point. Does anybody really think the Bears won that trade they did with the Panthers as far as all they got right now?
What is it that they are winning at this
I mean, they
point?
got a lot of capital, but whether they utilize that capital the best that's the
bro,
question.
Yeah, it
it got them
depends what they
5
do
wins.
with it.
It got them 7 wins the year before, 5 wins last year.
Like the way I see it, they lost the trade for now.
Yeah.
No nail polish, flower.
They got DJ Moore out of it, but DJ Moore's a fucking quitter. That guy walks off the field.
Bro, you know why?
Numerous times he did last year.
You know
Was
why?
Tyree
Because the
Stevenson
Bears,
a part of
the
that
Bears
trade
don't know.
too? Speaking
The
of
Bears
another guy
got
who
a
walked
guy.
off the field.
The Bears got a guy that's a weapon for deep passes, for good route running, and they use him behind the line of scrimmage more than any other receiver I've ever fucking seen. Dude, they're not utilizing him properly. So that trade, in my opinion, is pretty redundant for their team if you're not going to utilize him properly.
Well, especially when you go out and you draft a guy like Roma Dunze last year after you get Keenan Allen. Like, why would you draft a guy with the 9th overall pick, but then get a veteran receiver to be the number 2? It makes no sense. And they did it again this year with Burden. Like, what are they doing?
I guess from their perspective, they needed for them to have Allen and DJ Moore. They wanted some veterans that Odunze could develop, that Roma Odunze could develop behind, as far as him not being forced into the number 1 spot so quick.
Yeah, but I've seen Bear fans already saying this year, Odunze's taking that step. He's going to be elite. He's going to be their number 1.
Yeah. Who's going to throw him the ball though?
I say the same thing, bro. I say the same thing. You know, years to figure out Ben Johnson. I agree with that. I honestly agree with that.
Well,
maybe if they would have signed Ben
already got
Johnson
1
last
year
year.
into him.
It was that bad? 1 win in 10? 1 in 10? Jeez.
Yeah, bro.
I mean,
It's not good.
I mean, if I would have been the Bears, I would have hired Ben Johnson the minute that they were going to think about drafting Caleb Williams. I would have hired Johnson then. I would have backed up the Bears.
All the Bear fans. Here's what the Bear fans
said that too.
Here's what the Bear fans told us last year. All right, we won 7 games with Justin Fields, so we're going to get Caleb Williams. We changed we've added on the offensive line. We added Swift. We added Everett. We added they went and got
Allen.
Allen, yeah. I mean, all these guys, they could, and then they had 2 picks in the top 10. 2 picks in the top 10.
But we talked about the Ben Johnson, Caleb Williams thing yesterday, where it's like, look, I could actually see if Caleb Williams is not panning out by this year or next year, I could see them trying to move on again to another quarterback because
that's what they
Ben
do.
Johnson
That's
didn't
what
choose
they do.
Caleb
They move
Williams.
on after 2-3 years.
It's because they keep
don't
doing the
forget
same
one of those
Specifically,
I've seen.
this specifically is because Ben Johnson did not choose Caleb Williams. So Ben Johnson, if they suck, he at least has the freedom to say, "Hey, it's not me. I didn't choose these guys. I just got here." You know?
Yeah.
But that's what they do with Fields. Like they've done this before.
Yeah, they gave up on Fields. They're going to give up on Caleb. I mean, the quarterback that Johnson wants is a guy like
You
Goff.
don't sound confident, Colin. You don't sound confident.
You can
confident
go,
in what?
You can go as far.
In the Bears.
You can go as far back.
I'm not very confident in the Bears. It's
Bro,
not
I'm supremely confident the Bears do not know how to develop a quarterback.
Correct.
I'm supremely confident in that.
I'm very confident.
I was going to say,
That's
you can go as far back to say they gave up on Mitch Trubisky just as much too.
Oh, why do you got to go back to there? Here we go.
And the thing is, with,
you know something,
with him,
you know
they
something
made
I think
the
the Bears
playoffs.
do the Bears do that's criminally wrong is consistently, very, very consistently, they expect their quarterback to produce immediately. Like immediately. You don't give these guys any cushion whatsoever. And the teams that are very successful, we've seen them, at least many teams that are successful, we've seen them give these guys at least some cushion, at least some sort of leeway.
Yeah, you gotta give them at least 2-3 years.
That used to be the norm. No matter where you drafted, you sat at least 3 years before you saw the field. That used to be the norm.
Well, if you're looking in this division this year,
you're in the first round, you're expected to play. You're expected to be starting at some point in the first year.
If you're looking at this division this year, again, you got to look at who we're playing in the AFC too. We're playing the AFC North. We're not playing the AFC South. So if anybody doesn't think that our whole division is probably going to regress a little bit, it's fool's gold. The AFC North is way better than the AFC South. And there's not going to be a 15, 14, even 13 win team in our division. I'm going to predict that right now. I think 10, 11, maybe 12 wins at the most is going to win this division.
Yeah, that's how I see it.
I think the Cowboys have something to prove this year.
Well, when it comes to AFC North, I already can call out 2 teams you can guarantee that are playoff teams in that division. That's going to be the Bengals and the Ravens, obviously.
You think the Bengals are going to make it this year?
Despite how bad the defense is, they still have plenty.
I know, but they had it. I watched their coach lose that one on Monday night when he went for it. I mean, the Bengals like self-destructed. I mean, I get it. They got a good offense.
Their defense is one of the worst defenses I've ever seen. They have.
I think the Steelers edge it in. I think the Steelers make it over them.
Maybe.
Yeah, they can.
With Rodgers.
I could mention them too.
I like the
Steelers.
They can. They're like the Packers in a way. They know how to get in every year.
Yeah.
They're the over-the-hill crew this year. The Steelers are the over-the-hill crew.
Over-the-hill crew, yeah.
I think trading in DK Metcalf.
That's why I like the Packers too. They're scrappy. They don't have the best lineup, but they always find a way to make it.
Than what's his name? Fucking
Mike Tomlin's going to get another extension because he's going to get him in the playoffs and they're going to go out in the first round. But they're going to have a winning team, but they're going to go out in the first round.
The Bengals coach cost them a couple games last year. It may have been in the playoffs had they gone.
We beat them week 1.
Yeah. No, hey, look, they didn't show up every week. That's for sure.
The Bengals stink in September. Like they come out so flat. Every year they come out flat in September. They always do.
That's true.
But they are on fire at the end.
With the Mario Douglas. Sorry.
Yeah. No, you're right, man.
They come out flat every year early, and then they come roaring
Jacoby
down the
Brissett
stretch.
beat them by like 10 points last year. He just took them down the field. Our backup quarterback.
Yeah,
I want to talk about
defense
real
is
quick.
questionable.
The regression got brought up of the NFC North. Like, I don't necessarily know if it's a
Yeah.
regression. I think you mean like record wise because of the divisions that we played last year.
Yeah.
I do think like every time someone's like, "What do you think?" Because I think Green Bay can win the division this year, and everyone's always like, "How many wins?" I'm like, maybe 11 or 12. I think 12 wins the division.
I agree with the 12. I mean, it's going to be a
Same
fist
here.
fight between Detroit, Minnesota, and Green Bay. It's going to be a fist
Yeah,
fight.
don't sleep on the 49ers.
They do have a last place
Well-
schedule, but the 49ers, I don't get their money that they did. I mean,
They always find
Robbie,
a way
they
to
did.
win, though.
Robbie, guess what? Every team in the NFC North didn't win a playoff game last year, Robbie. It didn't matter.
Three out of 4 teams in, and we didn't win shit. None of us.
No team won a game. So
Yeah, no team won a game. They all lost. He's right.
we all lost. I mean, what was I don't even know. Robbie threw me off there. I can't remember what rant I was going on there, but
It's all good. Great show, and Colin does a great job of representing the Vikes. He does, don't he, bro? That's why I love having Collins on, bro. He does
try.
represent well.
But I'm realistic. I'm realistic. I know the biggest question mark is obviously JJ McCarthy. Nobody knows what he's got. I mean, I post some stuff on McCarthy throwing it 65 yards to Addison yesterday in practice. I mean, it's practice. I get it. But it's just for all of the haters that said, "Oh, he's got a like the cowards of the world." Like, "Oh, he's got a middling arm." I don't think he's got a middling arm.
Or hey, you even got folks say that JJ McCarthy's best asset is just handing the ball off to the running back.
Just because he did that in college, I mean, believe it or not, I mean, being able to take the ball from under snap, that's an underrated thing in the NFL now because everybody runs out of the shotgun. If you can get the way to create play action is being able to take that ball from under snap and having the awareness to know where your players are after you do it. As much as people give Kirk Cousins crap, he was really good at doing that. He just was very like he was like a little lion that was just he kind of cower whenever pressure would happen. But McCarthy, he's got some decent mobility. He's got a good arm. I mean, and again, by getting Jordan Mason and getting these tight ends, I think they're trying to maximize his ability in his first year to not screw up.
Yeah. No, that's what you do. That's how you set your quarterback up to succeed.
Mm-hmm.
Not like the Bears.
Until he gets that confidence. And once he gets that confidence, you gotta let it go. And I like Drake May. I think the Vikings secretly wanted Drake May in that draft last year, but I knew he probably wouldn't fall to where the Vikings could possibly.
He's a good player. I mean, do you think Caleb Williams goes 1 right now if we redraft?
Hell no. Jaden Daniels goes number 1, and he should have gone number 1.
Jaden should have went 1 anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, who goes 2?
Jaden Daniels, maybe Drake May.
He's there.
Kingsbury. Well, I'm just saying, I think Washington would have taken him because they took
Funny
Kingsbury.
thing that you mentioned Bo Nix. I remember during that draft, according to some people, Bo Nix was not meant to be a first-round pick at all.
Yeah.
Like,
well,
they say Denver actually reached for him in that first round, according to some analysts.
Yeah, well, some analysts don't know what they're talking about, so.
It's all right.
And on that note, we're going to have to end the show, guys. We're at the end of our hour. I want to thank you guys for all coming and commenting, and thank you guys for your opinions. And
let's go.
We will see you tomorrow. Go Pack, go.
Yeah, yo, it's game time. Ain't no messing around. Huddle Sports Network, the best in town. From NFL rumors to the latest trends, we got all your sports. Just tune in, my friends. Catch us on Roku, Fire Stick, take your pick. Facebook, YouTube, where the action's slick. Daily shows that drop like a bomb. From 10 to 11, it's Ken and Ken. Stay calm. Huddle up, catch the vibe, feel the rush. Get your news, get your fills in the clutch. Over 27 podcasts, we breaking it down. Join the team, Huddle Sports, wear the crown. Live every weekday, it's how we roll. Lions Talk with Jeremy B, we taking a stroll. From 11 to 12, don't miss a beat. We break down the game, make the info sweet. The Daily Huddle podcast, noon to 1. CST Zone, we're just having fun. Toss your doubts, we bring the facts. Tune into the Huddle.